All right, Shalom. It's Brother Kashakwala coming back at you with another swift lesson in the spirit, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. So this lesson is going to be on this absurd, weird, out of the ordinary weather. Just speaking here in my area, here in Atlanta, in the Georgia area, December 21st was the first day of quote unquote winter. On that day, December 21st, literally the day before, it was about 70, 75 degrees, whatever. And then the day after, literally, on the 21st, the temperature dropped to about 17 degrees. And that was the coldest day recorded in Georgia since being on record. And that was the day we had camp too. So winter came in like I'm here. But now we're fast forwarding for the rest of December, and now we're in mid-January already. Winter hasn't been really winter. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna start with what happened about last week. We experienced heavy storms here in Georgia, big tornadoes south of Atlanta, big tornadoes in Alabama. One thing you do notice that no brother was harmed it was several tornadoes that were on the ground for more than 45 minutes. And no brothers were harmed during this. The Lord protected. Call out Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Brothers in Birmingham were straight. Brothers in Atlanta were straight. In other parts of Georgia, we have other camps here in Georgia as well. They were straight, and it's been awkward. Who hears about tornadoes during the winter time? You see what I'm saying? But what has been happening is pretty much there's been a warm front in the southern region, while there's a big cold front coming in and pushing against that warm front. Let me see. USA. Let me see if okay, perfect. Here's it, perfect. All right, so you can see my mouse. Let me zoom in a little bit here. You can see my mouse. So there's a big warm front coming from the south. Down here in Puerto Rico, Cuba, all that, and it's compassing all this area where you see my mouse going. Right there. It's just coming up. All right. And then there's a cold front coming from the north right over here. And it's just coming down. And it's pushing and colliding with this warm air, which is creating a lot of circulation and big thunderstorms during the winter. Here in Georgia, like I mentioned, here in Georgia, like I mentioned, like it was really cold at first. And then probably like the last week of December, first week of January timeframe, that warm air started hitting, and we're hitting days that were 65, 70 degrees. And then next you know, this big cold front comes and collides with this warm air, creating all that circulation. And we've had a string of terrible storms like the last two weeks, and brothers can attest for it. The Lord is doing something. So this was just, the other day, this outbreak of tornadoes, and it was multiple tornadoes that I'm talking about. It ripped through Alabama. And there's the tornadoes that were on the ground for more than 45 minutes. So I'm going to share a clip here.
Deadly tornado outbreak across the South with dozens of twisters leaving a trail of destruction. Senior national correspondent Steve Osunsami is in Alabama with the latest. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Michael. We are in rural Autauga County where several homes were destroyed and a number of people lost their lives. And as always, we find little pieces of life that are left behind. This is a Holy Bible that I found here. It was left open. No doubt prayers are up for this community. This home that I'm standing.
Look, he's trying to. It's the Holy Bible that I'm holding that survive. You know what? Really, that is kind of spiritual, because you notice the Bible, everything else is destroyed, but that Bible seems good and intact. Barely even looks folded.
around was blown off its foundation and then torn to bits directly behind me. The tornadoes and deadly winds that cut through the southeast have left a trail of heartache this morning.
This was my mom's house, y'all. My sister lived in it.
At least 7 people in Georgia and Alabama did not make it through the night. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey declared a state of emergency for 6 counties after at least 23 reported tornadoes were seen in her state.
Look at that tornado!
In Selma, seen from the sky, this is what a tornado left of one neighborhood. And a few minutes later, in rural Autauga County, authorities confirmed that this same storm damaged or destroyed 40 to 50 homes.
I just never thought I'd be in that kind of situation, but I know nobody does.
Georgia was up next, where schools closed early to get kids home safely. Near Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta, a confirmed tornado tore through a warehouse with workers inside who were praying for their lives.
The door started to blow open because the wind was picking up, and then it flew all the way open. And I was trying to close it. The power went out, and then I just hear crashing.
The storm flipped cars outside a Walmart and brought flooding rains to the region.
We have seen possibly 20 to 30 houses that have been destroyed from the tornado.
This same storm system also left piles of ruin in central Kentucky and in parts of Tennessee.
Yeah, you get the point. This is not common during the time of the winter, but this is Psalm chapter 83 and 15 says, "So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid of thy storm." That's a very, there's multifold, I'm not going to say multifold meaning, but like it goes deeper than just what I'm using it for today. But, I'm just going to keep it, base surface here. So it says, "So persecute them with thy tempest," and the tempest is like a storm. Matter of fact, if you go to, the book of Jonah, it'll speak about how tempest, literally, it'll say the word tempest, I want to say. There's a book of Jonah. Oh, there it is. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. I'm just going to type it in. Okay, I already got it. I'm just going to type it in real quick because I know it's in the Jonah. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, okay. It was Jonah 1 and 4. So Jonah 1 and 4 says, "But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken." So it was a big storm. So a tempest is a big storm. So it says, "Persecute them with thy tempest," or the storm that we see here. All right, and make them afraid with thy storm. Right, you see that? So these tempests rip through Georgia and Alabama, but I know we've all heard of tornadoes, but in the dead of winter, that's awkward. All right, I'm gonna put air quotation. That's awkward. It is. I'm not gonna say unheard of because I'm sure it's happened, but it's not common. Usually when the springtime hits, when the cold is going away and the warm air is coming, that's when we see those type of storms. But the warm air is coming already. You see what I'm saying? So we may see these storms year round for 2023, but we pray that the Lord protects us through any storm that does come. We pray the Lord protects, and he will. He proved it. There's no brothers there's been hurricanes that came through Florida. No brothers down in Florida were hurt, injured, or anything. May have took a loss here and there, maybe with a car or something, but they got it right back. And then no brother here in Georgia was injured or even suffered any type of damage to their dwelling places. No, nothing. But you see here in LaGrange and shit like that, these people getting destroyed because they wicked. So let's go to the next thing. These heavy rainfalls are destroying California. So I'm going to play this. It's only a 1-minute clip. Yeah, these rains are causing flooding and landslides and stuff. This is the work of the Lord, and it's beautiful what he's doing. Man, this is great. The Lord is doing a number on this place. And California is one more big ass earthquake from falling into the Pacific Ocean, man. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking about the same power who flooded the entire earth. Of course, we have the rainbow as a symbolism to show that he's not going to do that anymore. And no, it's not no gay pride crap that Esau took and, you know, pretty much disrespected the Lord with. But no, the rainbow is a symbolization of the Lord will not flood this place anymore. So it says, Genesis 6:17, and behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein as the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. So we're speaking about the same Lord, you know, the same power that destroyed the earth and only kept 8 people alive. So he knows how to work the ecosystem. Well, not the ecosystem, but pretty much the weather system. He knows how to work the weather system to make these catastrophic storms and mudslides and earthquakes and tornadoes and flooding and tsunamis and hurricanes, whatever you want to call it. He knows how to do all these things, and he can do it whenever he wants. That's why we're seeing a string of tornadoes and a string of thunderstorms for the past 3 weeks in the South during the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? During the wintertime. All right. So here's one of the last things I wanted to pull out. This fog has had straight demons on it. All right. This fog has been here living in Georgia. It's been foggy every night, every single night. And a little bit in the morning when you wake up, you can see the fog kind of starts dissipating, but you know it was there at one point. Now, another thing too, there's this disease going on, this new subvariant of COVID, all right, that's going on. And we all know about these chemtrails, and they're probably putting in the air, and that those trails are probably settling in that fog, which people have to go to work every day, whatever, and they breathe these chemicals in, you know. So Esau's doing his work, being a diabolical bitch. Okay, and shit, he's doing it. But here's a fog advisory, and I'm not just talking about here in Georgia. I'm talking about all parts of the earth. So here's a fog advisory in effect for parts of eastern and central Alberta. So that is in Canada. So you can see it right there. I'm not gonna go through these. What I might do is just put them in the link in the description box below. Maybe you can look it up, or you know, maybe you could go and type in your Google search if I forget to put it in the link, which I usually do. So you know, this fog is going crazy right now. And then here's another part. It says spectacular fog rolls in to Billings, snarls traffic and cancels flights. Okay, so this is in Billings, which Billings is in Wyoming. So you see this fog is just settling in, man. And I bet you there's some newly created beasts being created in that fog, and they're settling here in these woods, man. All right. There's another one. This is over in India. Okay, it says 13 trains running late due to fog in North India. This is not only here in America. This is happening across the world and across the platform, you know, the platform of the earth, man. This is weird fog going on. Okay, this is weird fog, and there could be creatures in these fogs. If you ever seen that one movie, The Mist. Matter of fact, let's see if I can Oh, that's off. Let's see. Oh man, why is it doing that? All right, The Mist. Yeah, man. Let me get to the damn fucking point on this. Let's get to the point. So you see this fog just came in.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors! The only way we're gonna help ourselves is to seek rescue.
Tie this around your waist.
What for?
Well, let us know you got at least 300 of you.
There's nothing out there. Nothing in the midst.
What if you're wrong?
Then I guess that Chuck would be on me.
It is time to take sides. Read the good book. It calls.
So pretty much you see that, and so in that dense fog, there's creatures in there. There's things killing people, you know. So that's what's happening, man. I've been seeing fog all day, every day, well, all night, every night since, you know, these storms have rolled through. The Lord is doing something, man. The Lord is doing something. You know, I'm just saying that in general. We already know He's doing something, but we're really about to start seeing the wrath, this wrath that the Lord's about to bring, and we got to pray that He, you know, He excludes us. But Lord willing, we're exempt from that judgment that He's bringing, man. You got to pray to the Lord that He protects you during that time. But it's just weird, man. This weather is weird, you know. And I'm not saying weird in like a negative sense of like, why is this happening? We know as it's happening, there's going to be a lot of weird things that we haven't seen go on in the times that we're about to see, you know. But it's starting here. You got to notice it with the weather, man. So I just wanted to bring that out. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit, Brother Koch Kwan. Until the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.